For every 60 minutes you spend making money, spend 60 seconds thinking about how to protect it. These are the important words of wisdom of our next guest, and it's advice we should all heed. In fact, he believes it so strongly that he offers free literature on the subject on his website, www.assetprotectionattorneys.com. Please welcome to the program Hillel Presser, president of the Presser Law Firm, Asset Protection Attorneys. Hillel, welcome.
Thanks for having me today.
Hillel, what is asset protection and why do we need it?
Well, what we do as asset protection attorneys is we help our clients protect any asset they own from any financial threat. So our clients might be lawyers, doctors, financial advisors, business owners, professional athletes, and we help them protect any asset from liquid assets to real estate, cars, boats, planes, even their business. And we help them protect it against any financial threat. In today's economy, lawsuits, car accidents, divorce, short sale or foreclosure deficiencies, creditors, and judgments. The reason why asset protection is so important today is that with the bad economy, everybody losing their job, and the people who keep their job are making less and less each day. Lawsuits are becoming the next biggest business. There's over 100 million lawsuits filed every single year. 1 in 3 people will be sued in the next 12 months, and the average person and business is sued 5 times over their lifetime.
What are some steps we can take to protect our own assets?
Well, before you do anything, you have to educate yourself. And if you go to our website at assetprotectionattorneys.com, I think you'll find a wealth of information. But what you really want to do is you want to take any exposed wealth, and that means anything in your personal name, and convert them into one of 3 categories. Number 1 being exempt assets. Exempt assets are a certain class of assets that happen to be protected by your state law. Number 2 is take that unprotected wealth and put it into a protective entity. That could be an LLC, limited partnership, trust, etc. The point here is to own nothing but control everything. And lastly, you want to equity strip your assets. What's a $100,000 Mercedes worth if you own $95,000? What's a $1 million house worth if you owe $950,000? You want to put liens and mortgages and encumbrances on your property to make it look as valueless as possible and make sure that you're a very bad candidate for a lawsuit.
Are there assets that don't need protection? What if I don't think I have much in the way of assets?
The only type of assets that don't need protection are exempt assets. Each state has different exempt assets, and exempt assets are different types of assets that are classified by your state as protected by state law. And if you go to our website at www.assetprotectionattorneys.com, you can see a list of all the different assets that are exempt in your state. I think the less you have, the more you need asset protection. Take the example of one of my professional athletes who just signed for $50 million. If he's sued for $5 million, he's not going to be happy, but he's still going to have $45 million left. If you take the small guy who's only saved up a couple $100,000 over his lifetime, if he's sued for $1 million, he's going to be wiped out and is never going to be able to come back for that. So my argument is the less you have, the more protection you need.
And what if I have insurance?
I love insurance. I tell my clients to buy as much as they can because it's cheap and it helps them sleep at night. However, 70% of lawsuits are not covered by insurance. Your limits of your insurance might not be enough. Your insurance company might go bankrupt. And don't forget that the insurance company is here to make a profit. So if they don't have to pay your claim, they don't have to. Insurance is great, but you need an asset protection plan as well. I call it the belt and suspenders approach.
Now, I understand you offer tools to help people educate themselves on asset protection?
That's correct. If any of your listeners go to our website at www.assetprotectionattorneys.com, as long as they mention your show, I'll send them a complimentary copy of my latest best-selling book, Financial Self-Defense.
Hillel, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks so much for having me.
For more information and to get your complimentary books on asset protection, visit www.assetprotectionattorneys.com. That's assetprotectionattorneys.com.